One of the toughest questions that I get from my viewers is, how do you read the crowd at a wedding? That's a really tough question to answer, but what I thought I might be able to do is talk about how I think about doing this. And maybe that might help. One thing that I will say before I get into this is that the reason I'm a DJ is because I'm a music guy. I love music. I know what I like, I know why I like it, and I'm also pretty good at anticipating what other people may like and how they may respond to it. That doesn't mean I know every song. That doesn't mean that you don't know music that I don't know. It just means that I feel like, as a DJ, that is my strong point. So, when I think about music, there are tracks that I say fall into the category of the musical safe zone. These are all the songs in the Mobile Beat Top 200 where I live. And they're also regional tracks. Maybe a local band that's big, or maybe it's an ethnic thing where you live. Maybe it's something the sports teams use when they score a point or points. I'm not a sports guy, but those are musical safe zone tracks. A lot of times you can play these songs all night long, and if you put them in an order that makes sense, you have a good event. What am I talking about? For 70s, for disco, I Will Survive Gloria Gaynor, Bee Gees, Staying Alive. For 80s, we're talking about Love Shack, or I Love Rock and Roll, or You Shook Me All Night Long, or Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me. You get the idea. They're safe zone tracks. Most people know them, most people like them, and most people will just dance to them. Now, sometimes when you get a request list, oddly enough, it contains a lot of songs from the musical safe zone. And sometimes these are very long lists. It's like they've almost thought of every single song that you could possibly play at a wedding to get the dance floor moving and said, don't play those songs. Why do they do that? I think the reason they do it is because they don't want their wedding to look and sound like the last 5 weddings they went to this year. Because most DJs do play in that musical safe zone. I've done it. I still do it once in a while. It just feels like the thing to do. I don't want to push them. I don't want to challenge them. I just want them to dance, and I don't want to do anything to screw it up. Now, the problem is if we all play in the safe zone all the time, we all start to sound exactly alike. And that's when they get bored with it. And that's when they start asking for things that are a little more unique. Now let's talk about songs that are not in the musical safe zone. These are songs that people may not have heard in a very long time. They're not songs that you hear every week at most weddings or parties. They're songs that people kind of forgot about. And when you play those songs, it's a bit of a risk. They're not sure things like musical safe zone tracks. They're songs that I kind of think will work. I'm thinking, this is either going to really go over big or it's going to bomb. And that's really the terms I think about it. I never think it's going to be a lukewarm thing. It's either going to really be great or really be terrible. And I do pretty well with playing outside of the safe zone. And I do this by trying to find a group in the audience that may know the song, but again, they've forgotten about it. So if you've got 3 different groups in your audience, let's say you have millennials, Gen X, and baby boomers. Maybe you can pick a song that you know the baby boomers haven't heard in a really long time, or something the millennials haven't heard in a really long time, or Gen X. With Gen X, it might be something like Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. That is a great song, and I started throwing it in there once in a while a couple of years ago, and it goes over very well. But you don't hear it anywhere. They're not playing it over the Home Depot PA. You're not hearing it on the radio anywhere. It's just one of those weird tracks that we loved. My generation loved that song, but we just kind of forgot about it. So I can play that track, and I can get Gen X very excited. There's kind of a monkey see, monkey do phenomenon that happens at a lot of wedding receptions that I do, where let's say the Gen X crowd really loves it, some of the boomers love it, but millennials don't even know what it is. Sometimes it doesn't matter, because if they see that the older generation's having a lot of fun with it, they may say, hey, this is kind of a cool song, I don't know it, but hey, mom's dancing, let's go dance with mom. Happens all the time. Now let's go back to that Don't playlist full of musical save zone tracks. I don't like seeing that list. And it's not because I love playing within the musical save zone, because I don't. But what I do like to do is start in a musical save zone. Play things that I'm pretty confident will get everybody on the dance floor. And from there, venture outside of the safe zone. And most of the time, what I'm doing is I'm in and out of that safe zone all night long. Whether it be a genre change or into a slow dance or whatever. I don't want to push him weirdo all night, but I do, again, want to have a few songs here and there that I can throw in that they know, so I can play those, oh yeah, I remember that song kind of tracks. I do often ask the client what they like. So if they give me an 80 song playlist, I'll ask them, can you please put a star next to the 12 songs that you have to hear, the ones that you just absolutely love, so I make sure I play them. Then I know the rest of the songs are just merely suggestions, and I can make room for requests and things like that. It's the same thing with the don't playlist. When I do get those, I will approach my client and say, listen, what if somebody requests a song that's on this don't playlist? Sometimes they say, oh, if somebody requests it, go ahead and play it. Other times they say, oh no, just don't play anything on that list. And that could be challenging again, and it really puts you outside of the save zone all night. But those are really good gigs sometimes. I really enjoy those. They are a lot of work, but they're good. I have fun with them anyway. But that's it. Just a quick video for you. I've been thinking about this video for like 4 days while I've been doing other things. So here it is. I've knocked it out, and I'm happy it's out of my way. I hope you liked it. If you do, let me know in the comments section. We'll get on to other things. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Practice and enjoy.